Good morning. So today we'll continue moving onto the buyer framework. This is in the data archive project. Oh, that's right. Does tracing have a... Oh, what is this? I received a message. Ah, yes. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you. To check to see how to provide information, not to a span, but to a logging entry. Like this. Maybe not quite like that. Macros. Here we go. These out here, fields. What needs to be implemented on that item? Oh, excuse me. To the top level documentation for details. Got it. Recording fields. They come first, or they're separated by commas. Say every level, which I believe is provided for us if we do this. Then you can provide your string. They can include dots. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So if you have something like type, you need to quote it. Got it. Using display on percent, question mark. Got it. Got it. Huh? They could be used with the local variable shorthand. I know I've used tracing in the past and had always placed these additional pieces of information at the beginning, but it doesn't seem like that's required. Let's see. Being empty. See, these are just events though. Let's go back to log. Hmm. It does seem like the message is last. All right, so today we might just have a chill stream of flipping commas. Oh, yes, but do they have to implement anything other than like display or because we were implementing this in order for it to be, I guess, the DB key to be for it to be logged. Rates, value. Here we go. Okay, so let's update that first. Tracing value. Hmm. Key and visitor. Self.0 dot record. That one's just a pass through. Sealed is not. Oh, it's a sealed trade? No. So we can't implement this. It's not that it's. Rust doesn't have a sealed kind of idea, but basically you have a trait extend some other trait that is not public. Therefore, you can't implement the private thing, but you can see the public thing. And it keeps you from being able to implement that. See, if we tried, we couldn't because sealed isn't going to be public. Source. It's just mod. So the module here is not public. And sealed isn't made public anywhere else. Okay. So I wonder what the point is. Why did they? Guess they make this public so that you know what it's on. That's fine. Lots of types in here. Error types. I thought they had it on display and debug. Do they not? No. It is debug. Did I just pass over it? Hmm. H Zone, thank you for the follow. Value for arguments. Instrumentation, okay. Events. Both macros require a level specifying the verbosity. Looking for, I'm just scanning it. Let's see, recording fields. So if you implement debug, it'll use debug or display. A span may declare fields with a special value empty. Okay. Oh, fascinating. Not seeing information about any special type to implement. Okay. Subscribers consume values as fields attached to spans or events. Mm-hmm. primitives or display debug. May also be recorded as type data by calling value record. Implementing the visit trait. I thought that was... Oh, tracing field visit. Okay. Yes, this is what we just ran into. However, there are some cases where it might be useful to record nested values or user-defined structs. That's what we have. Tracing offers experimental support for the valuable crate. It's unstable. I don't know. It might be easier just to implement display and go with that. For DB key, I think that would be simple. And implement display for DB key. And for that, we could probably just convert it to a str, lossy, probably just ASCII even. Okay, let's get rid of that. I did not think that would work. It's it's writing a stir. Data's a stir. Hmm. It might not be getting to the error here. What is the function I'm looking for, though? It has ASCII in the name. I want it like escaped ASCII. ASCII escape. Yeah, I like that. Hmm. We'll see if it'll do it. I think that's going to be broken. Let's continue. See, previously we had been emitting multiple things for this. And the value record method on these trait objects with a visitor implementing the visit. This visit. Visitor will format each record using format debug. That one. Yep. Regardless of the type of the recorded value. Hmm. I would like two elements to be recorded instead of just one. Which we can do. We just get rid of these and include them at the point of logging. Because I don't see how to use this. This just writes it to a string. May also be recorded as typed data by calling value record. Is this implemented on? Maybe it should be flipped. The way I'm thinking about it. Debug map, debug struct. Counters. Let's see. Demonstrate using literal field names rather than Rust tokens. Tracing futures, tower, Saturday tracing log. We have instrument. Okay. N, where N is a value. Hmm. I think what I really want is that experimental piece with, what was it? Valuable. That's nice, but I don't really want to use experimental stuff. All right. Is this pre recorded? It is not. Sorry, did it say it was pre recorded? I might have hit a button. But no, this is not pre recorded. I do have the archives on YouTube, so if you wanted to go through it more quickly, yeah, wait a couple hours, then it'll be over there. How you doing though? Is that Clear Mio? How are you? Yep, that's gone. That goes away. Ooh, but the K should be something that's display. You feel like you're on a therapy session? Yeah, at the moment it's pretty chill. Some days we'll do rock, some days it'll be blues, swing. I don't know, it just kind of depends on my mood. But I don't know, the voice pretty much always there. I am exhausted. I just woke up, but my body is tired. I've been doing a lot of stuff out in the shop lately. So I'm just trying to relax. Wired by bound. Oh, yeah, we'll get there. All right. Log error. So now this is tracing error. And these become what? I think they're just equal signs. Ah, and the errors are just accepted. In fact, we could rename that to just be error. And then we just say error here. Key, on the other hand, same thing. Multiple unused formatting arguments. Arguments never used. Ah, these have to go at the beginning. So we go to the semicolon. No, let's start here. Take that. Drop it there. There we go. Not satisfied for a reference of K. K is key. K implements. Okay, so instead of display, or K implements tracing value. Hmm. Literate? Now let's see. Let's get this started up. It's Clippy, right? Yep. Okay. I thought that DB raw error implemented standard error. So, and tracing value had that. Let's go look at DB raw error. Yeah. Error, snafu, which means it's standard format error. Yeah. Standard error. Should be that it's a reference to an error. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's take a peek again. Values implemented for these, but not references to this. Wouldn't this imply that it's a reference to error? Input value for dine error or dine error. So value is implemented for a reference to the type T that implements that. It does not even have to be sized. I think we're on line 71. Just a couple errors. So many errors. Okay, here it is 71. The trait value is not implemented for db raw error, which is required by that. The following other types implement tracing value. Reference to T, okay. It's plus static. See, it's owned at that point. That means it's not a reference. Or rather, it'd have to be a static reference. But what would be the point of having an error that is static at the top level? Value for the cast from. Hmm. So at this point, we either clone it. Can we clone it? Oh, yeah. Or we use display on it. Interesting. We're getting the same error. Phone here means it should have its own lifetime. I'm going to check the repo. Custom errors. Interesting. So this is being recorded in these spans, this error. Hmm. Who error implements error and display. Display is implemented for us. We're using the snafu crate. I thought that we could. Okay, that's not what I want. Let's look at log. Yep. Record error. That's on the visitor. Error as ref? Really? Man, I hardly ever use this syntax. Can't you just put the ampersand on the right hand side to get a reference to the error? I wonder why you would want to do it this way. Interesting. When using an ampersand in a pattern, it strips it out. Oh, so can you put that on the receiver anywhere you might want to reference? Like here? Good morning, museum. Oh, wait. Mm, res is the result. Error is the error. Oh, any place you can do a pattern binding. Okay, that's pretty cool. Error is we actually get a reference to an error. I'm not seeing it. See, I thought tracing allowed us to pass this through. I didn't want to box that. I just wanted it to be inspected. I could understand, though, if tracing needed to keep a copy of it. Maybe it would want an owned version, hence the static and send, etc. I was hoping that the so we were looking at value. Where'd it go? Here, and it's implemented on these pieces here, or dine I was kind of hoping that you know they were able to use all the bits from error, and my type is implemented via um, so this type is, well, it's raw error. So we go back one. It tells db raw error, and if we look at db raw error, it's here, and it's snafu. Looking at just that signature there, using standard format display, impl most likely interesting. I guess I was just trying to understand the crate a bit, because they had these impled for dine error. And why would they say for dine error? Oh, is this how you say you're implementing this for something that implements some other trait? Or dine? Oh, do I not have the standard feature? Did I not turn that on? Straight up. The dine error means the type has to be a reference to a dine error. Yeah, I saw the impl of borrowed values up above. I think it's just because I went on this no default features thing, and it's biting me. All right. see. I think we just need standard. Any other features? Not using valuable. Word error. Okay. Looks like it's just standard. Okay. Same here. Standard, standard, standard. Okay. So I'm pretty interested about the impl foo for dying trait. That seems like, yeah, this bit right here. When I resize this, the other one resizes. Why is it a thing? Sometimes they want to limit the impl to only when the type is unsized. Oh, interesting. Got it. Got it. All right, back to this. There's line 71 again. 71, where art thou? It seems like it should work at this point, does it not? Except for the static bits here. It's happy. I don't know. It was on T. It'd be generated for all T's that import it, which for any is a lot of types. When you want to do any is or any downcast, you've already type erased the thing at that point. So no need to import the import to be anything more than that specific context. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I don't know when I would really use that. I guess just to avoid implementing it on any type that implements any. And this means for a static lifetime, which means it's owned. Is it just because this isn't boxed? I tried cloning it. Oh, that needs to be added. Well, a clone should do that. So it's looking for a reference to t as dine value. Yes. I guess it's not clicking yet. It has to be, you may have a t here. It has to be a reference to t. So at this point, that is a reference to error. Because that's what inspect error gives you, right? A reference to the error. Which is why I'm confused. Try error as ampersand dine. Okay. If this is because I did the, let's see, a format argument must be a literal string. Does this have to go at the beginning? I thought it was at the end. Hmm. Oh, I have to do the type erasure before putting it in there. Fingers do not want to collaborate today. The trait bound is not satisfied. Okay, so at least it's the same thing. A Stein value? Does that work? No. Because it needs to be a reference. Okay. Same error. So is it really my type? EB raw error tracing value is not satisfied. The following other types implement trait tracing value. Oops. Oh, that works. Oh, and now it works. So when we erase all the extra type information from this, it's fine with it. But this seems like quite a bit in order to just be able to pass it this way. Macros being macros and not knowing the types. Ah, I see. So is that why in their examples they had error equals as ref here? But here, what was that? Examples. No, not this one. I think it was this one. But this one with tracing. Instrumented error. Oh, maybe. It had as ref in it. Let's see. Tracing there. I trace. Just want to search this area. Path. Yes. As ref. Here. The yak shape example. Yak shape 10 out of 10. That's exactly what we're doing. Well, part of this is, I want to get better at Rust. So trying to understand these things that I think should work and don't work help me to expand a little bit more, just a bit. So, so what's going on here? Shave all yaks. We have 10 yaks, or however many. Let's pretend we have 10 yaks. For the first yak, that's one based yaks. Interesting. Are these Lua yaks? What others? One based Pascal? So in this case, we have error as ref. Oh, you see it. Interesting. Enlighten us, Museum. They are erasing the error type in the shave return type. Oh. Ah, got it. Okay. So the next question I have then, is it worth just not displaying it? Right? What do they do for that? Yeah, so that's hmm, that's why it works, because they're actually erasing the type via the return. We're not doing that. We have a concrete type. So part of I agree that I should just be able to do the display on error for that. But part of me then wonders, why did they add this? Right? Why have support for it at all unless they're doing something special with it? So they call record error and visitor. Let's see, where is record error implemented? So this would be, oh, interesting. They do the display value. Okay. That's what you said before, wasn't it? I've never used HTML in my documentation. Maybe I should try that. Okay, well, this doesn't seem all that useful. Display value of value. And what is display value? Something that implements format display. Okay. So there really isn't any benefit to having record error. Well, okay. We have learned. Thank you. In that case, I'm going back to cargo.toml to remove that. And we will simply trying to be better with my Vim or Helix. I should probably just use that at the top. Replace. Oh, if I don't know that I would use Z if it had Helix bindings. I might. Hermia, do you know if they're even considering that style of binding? Not that. You know what? I actually wanted more information from the keys on this. Was it inspect error? So here we wanted, what else was on this key? We don't know. It's a DB key value type. I still so badly want the other information here. We'll have to see what that becomes. All right. You know, it's actually just faster to replace that with error, percent error, and key. Go here. Delete that. Done. Ooh, what is this? Check some future. Tracing value is not satisfied for DB checksum key. We could change that to, instead of being this, well, what is it input for? Value. Let's take another peek. String. An array of UA. It's interesting. Is this an array or is this a slice of U8s? Looks like it's just a slice, like a not even a slice, just an array of U8s. Unsized slice. Oh, I see. So they implement for this, and then up above they have the references. It's like impl value for Dynafil. Oh, I see. Just to display. There we go. Next, DB checksum doesn't impl that. That's true. Database info at checksum key. So when you move to structured logging, it's already there. Wait, are you teasing me? Um, So I was using structured logging, using slog. Is there an alternative to slog that works with the, I don't know, hmm, maybe I've overshot this. The syntax built into its macros. Right. So, oh, log has key value syntax now, but it's very basic. Really? See, I like this, the slog crate. It just doesn't seem to, I don't know. And you need a log adapter that understands it. Fern, maybe one more do. Interesting. Yeah, that's what the plan was, to be able to just send them off to some log collector. But do you think it's worthwhile to actually say error equals error and whatnot and so forth? It's true. Okay. I thought it. Let's see. I had just looked at the docs on that, and in, here in tracing, it says that it has the same functionality as events here. And then here it talks about you name it, then you have blah equals blah. Oh, you're right. So it doesn't have to be a string, but you can if it. So you can wrap it in a string. If you're using something like type, right? And then they have things for constants. Where the constants go? More yak shaving. Um, log compatibility. Oh, where is it? here. So you can do constants. You can have key value pairs. If you have nested bits. But they automatically create the key for you given the type, or not the type, given the element. So if you use, yeah, so this is equivalent to this. If we only ever, yeah, there's local value shorthand. So I think we could just keep error and key, so we don't need to do that now. We just use percent error, percent key, and get the same effect. Oh, completely agree. But it's good to know that you don't have to wrap these in quotes. You can if you need to. Ending a colon, okay. And that's a reserved word. Yep. Let's pull those back. So I think we can do this here. Gives us a little less typing, a little more concise. What did I do? Ah, yes. Now these have to implement display. I was just having fun with these. What is this? So maybe okay. Database scan key. Wait, what? DB key. DB key. We could just implement it for this. Oh, oh, it's already implemented. But these aren't DB keys. The impl would be the same for all of them. Maybe another macro. Here's name, time. And what? Oh, I don't know that I can. But this is the Chill Guitars station on Pretzel Rocks. I mean, that's the current URL. I don't know if it helps. Let's see, self, right. I think that's correct for all of them. No, it's not. I think they're all self dot. Database scan key. Oh, that's a weird one too. Database state key. Yeah, that one has data. They're all basically the same, except for that first one. Okay, that's the impulse for each of those. Now we just need the special one. This one. Database scan key. We will write two stirs. You're welcome. Last one. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. While at the optometrist getting an eye exam, I had a sudden urge to go use the toilet. But he kept asking, one or two? One or two? That one's gone on your list. I don't know that this will do what I'm expecting. Oh, that's cool. Okay, right. Yes, we can use that as a destination. Like that. I must already have it. Yeah, standard IO, right? Is standard IO right the same as standard format, right? All right, there's. I'm going to be doing this for a bit. Oh, interesting. This is a UTF-8 error. Error. Oh, you can do the inline bits at the end. Really? Going back, going back. That's right. They did that for all of these macros, didn't they? The Rust team. Okay. get to format the macro, comma. Okay, good. Oh, okay. Percent on that. File's done. Is debug on that? It is. Good. Epoch. The method. Yes. Ah, good. 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 Expected stir found escape ASCII. Does escape ASCII here? All right, so we could use display on that. So display dot format, pass in the formatter. Self dot. Well, it's basically this, that, dot format f. Is that the same? Result formatter. Okay, I think so. Here's the same thing. Oops. I like how Rust implements the whole self thing. It's kind of just sugared, and that you can still call a function and passing it a self. I like that. Oh, and Johnson55, thank you for the follow. Unused import. Why is that unused? Core macros, right? Because of this one? Yes. Okay. Do that. And I was called pretty today. Actually, I was called pretty annoying. But I like to focus on the positive things. Going to drop this in a whole bunch of places. There, there as well. Hmm. So it still didn't need that. Is this automatically? This is in the global prelude? And if you do know where Minneapolis is, do you know what Annapolis? Hmm. It's definitely a one. That's kind of a spoken one there. All right. Well, the foundation's gone. Import. So many errors. Tracing error. Error and oh, it's only taking. There we go. I spoken ones today. It's all good. Oh, and we have database. Name. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I think it went full screen. Okay. Age, transaction ID, database name, shard. Wow. Lots of bits in there. Let's start with the easy one. It's there. Shard. Okay. Man, my hands are just a little slow to wake up today. Transaction ID. It looks like formatting did not kick on. rid of that. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. All right, so we get a service info from buyer. Telemetry settings. We have trace. We have telemetry settings. Oh, hold on a sec. May come. And we're back. I'm out of coffee. Switching to tea. Ah, this tea is way oversteeped. Should be okay. You know, it's cold outside. When you go outside and it's cold, that one kind of, yeah. I think there's something wrong with the burner on my range top, but I can't quite put my finger on it. When I was a kid, I shouted for hours into a colander. I really strained my voice. Putting the lid on my insulated cup, which I overfilled. Apple cinnamon tea. We didn't implement default for that. Oh, that's the error. Fun fact, 11 degrees Fahrenheit is negative 11 Celsius. Hmm. It's not a joke. It's just, oh, yes. Racing dot enabled false. We don't need that. What we want to do is set the verbosity of the logging. What did I do? How did I do that? You're pretty sure 11 degrees Fahrenheit is always negative 11 degrees Celsius, not only this morning. Well, I would hope that, yes, those stay. Hey, Kira, how are you? Let's rename this to, how about settings? Logging. Settings, log dot console level equals, debug. So that goes away. Now we need to initialize our telemetry. Fire, telemetry, init, service info, followed by settings. Where did the bottom of this function go? Really? Did I? I did, didn't I? Oh, yeah. There goes my paste buffer. Now you guys know what I keep in my secrets. All right. So this should be a different type. Telemetry. That has to be held on to. So test context now has to keep a hold of that. Oh, it's okay. We not have any errors. Oh, look at that. Let's see. Not sure what's happened here, but it stopped. Ooh, 25.01 was released very recently for Helix. I just run latest. I think. Well, no, I was at a branch, wasn't I? Oh, to 24 does something. 24.3. Oh no, that's for my package management. I was on latest. Let's see. We want talk source building from source. All right, we'll keep an eye on the top right for when that's done. They probably fixed that bug with Vue. Maybe checksum is never used. Database info at checksum key. Really? We write it to data, but we don't do anything with it. Oh, it had been. It had been part of the slog value. We don't need it anymore. Yep, that can go away. It's part of data. X a possible path when inserting text and suggests either absolute or relative path based on the current working directory. When inserting text? Hmm. Oh, okay. Snippet completions currently only sent by language service as of 25.01. Nice. Let's take a look. Look at that. Hey, DaVinci Dev. Doing all right. Diagnostic? Oh yeah, this was... Look at that. Interesting. Okay. Oh, let's try that. It looks like it installed. And what else? Tabular pickers. Interesting. Hmm. I had never used the percent information. Wow. Hmm. Macro key bindings. Is it Christmas again? Oh, they didn't. Did they? Oh, they did. Look at that. Nice. All right. Uh-oh. We installed not the latest version for the... We should be up to date. Is... I'm up to date with master. Guess I could check the tag out, but does the tag differ from master all that much? Non-master. Oh, it says I have it installed via Homebrew. I think I had switched to using the released version at some point. There we go. Okay. No coloring yet? What's up with the I like the error messages, but I like the source code highlighting better. What? Sure. No, just here. Config. You need to copy runtime to yep. Odd, I thought I had a Helix runtime directory. Okay. Oh, I have an old runtime. That's a bit different. Let's give that a dash R. Should it be taking that long? That took a long time for this computer. Oh, there it is. Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right. Yo, you're in the changelog. Update view highlights. Even though the guy basically rewrote everything, I wish I could write more, but I'm not that strong at programming. All right. So data archive is now not using foundation. It's using buyer. Let's make sure everything still tests. And I think that's going to be it for me today. What happened? Oh, okay. Help to set global default subscriber. Need a development dependency thing like tracing test, which sets up a per function subscriber. Oh, interesting. Hmm. Well, this is nice. Can that means I can get rid of pulling in buyer for my tests. bamboo. I actually have to change my test to use the multi-threaded runtime. It does. This works fine as long as... Oh, it's explaining why this doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm just a little out of it today. Let's see, what's the version on this? Copy. I love that little... It's hidden. This little copy button right there. So nice. Merrick Counts. Thank you for the raid. And welcome. Welcome, Raiders. How was your stream today? Ready for prod soon? Let's see. Well, let me make sure I'm in dark mode before I flip over here. Display. Yep, dark mode was not on. Let's pull up monodraw. I know. At least we got the Chrome as dark mode. So far, we have a proxy. We have a VFS. We have data plane being able to apply some of the changes. We're currently in the middle of working on data archive, which stores changed mutated data into a storage cluster and replicates it into the readers. The machine here is a writer. We have not yet implemented the portion of the data plane that harvests data from our VFS and sends it to data archive. And these other pieces, I'd say, are 60 to 70% done. We're kind of roughing out the whole thing, and then we'll fine tune it. And we're currently in the process of kind of swapping out our test system. Excuse me, our tracing system. Let's see, this was in... So we can get rid of init logging. So we will simply annotate one more thing. Oh, look at that. I love it. Oops. Let's get rid of these 4 lines. Oh yeah, a couple more streams worth of content to go. And what are we using for tracing? So we had been using the foundations crate. Okay. Now the foundations crate works really well. It's nice. It kind of has a batteries included set of tools for setting up new systems. Yeah, it's opinionated and gives you a bunch of different pieces. Okay. Well, our opinions slightly different from these opinions. So we created the buyer crate, BYRE, which doesn't exist. Oh, wait, we have to do this the right way. And this was published all of like a day ago, 2 days ago. It doesn't have the README. I was hoping for the README. It's basically a fork of the other thing that swaps out open telemetry and tracing for the tracing. It swaps out, instead of slog, which is what Foundations is using, we're using just tracing with a logger. We're also using Doku for not command line, configuration file generation. We also changed the way that command line parsing was handled, although it's very, very similar. Oh, yes, yes. Museum, I do know about the percent. I just, sometimes it's quicker to just go straight there than to search for something. Because if I don't find it, or if I had closed it, then I have to go there anyways. So yeah, we've just wired in buyer into this portion of the system. We'll need to swap it out, swap foundations out in the other parts of the system and slowly get rid of it and kind of grow buyer as we move along. All right. At this point though, oh, oh, I love that. Is that even right? It was pointing at the wrong place. Yeah, merit counts. Yeah, you're welcome. There's also a caret for history and star for bookmarks. Hmm. Well, no errors. Okay. However, now we have to annotate our tests with a logging bit whenever we want it. So this should work, but we'll get no logging. just putting it everywhere for the moment. That one more time. Nice. Okay. Oh, CSS test for running it on tests. Really? Does it run the tests? Nice. Right. Maybe raw storage is more private than item replicate server. Oh, here. Can this be a pub crate? Let's see if that breaks main. Oh, it does. Yeah. So, okay. So in main, we create a DB, see a server. So the question is, do we abstract that out a little bit more? Because main will always have a TiKV server. So maybe we have a data archive server that just sets this information up for us. Hides our internal bits here. I really like the new inline messages here. What do we do with archive server? Reverb data archive server. Really? Oh, that's from our generated code. That's right. With tonic. It feels like all of is this. Hmm. No, no, we do need the tonic bits because we're combining different services here. Although we could push this down. Yeah. Yeah, I think all that can go. Okay. Yeah, they got some pretty good stuff in here. Pretty good music. So we would need to pass in whatever this is. Oh, no. All right. Well, I need to get going. So, oh, and Eric's or Hiri, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Well, we're gonna get a raid going. So, thank you for hanging out today. I appreciate it. After all the jokes, it's always good. Till next time, y'all. Bye bye.